Yo, yo, what's good, guys? Give me a second. Let me make sure everything is cool. Yo, yo, what's good, guys? All right, that's live. All right, cool, man. Guys, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Happy Monday. Man, it's been a good weekend. I feel refreshed, ready to, come to this week and capture whatever I can, okay? So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Give me a second, make sure everything is cool. Okay, cool. Share my screen and let's go ahead and start off with gold, okay? Actually, before we start off with gold, let's go ahead and start off with DXY this time, okay? All right, so DXY on the weekly, okay? So it's actually it's very tricky. It's very, very tricky. I think this right now is what I am seeing. So we have this range high all the way to a range low, okay? You now see that, let me make the support, okay. Range high, range low. We now went up, created a swing high. We pushed all the way back down, taking out this swing low. So this swing high that pushed price down to take out liquidity, we didn't necessarily close above it. Okay, if we closed above it, this would have been a nice true market structure shift. However, we have breached this high, okay, but we see it's just a wick. So now, really, the range I am now monitoring is this range. Okay, this is my new range that I am now monitoring. Okay, range low, range high, and with this, we probably want price to at least come back to this 50%. Okay, on DXY. Okay, and once again, we took out liquidity right here. We took out liquidity right here. We went ahead and took out this high. This was a vault. Okay, went ahead and took out this high. So now we can probably retrace to this 50%. Okay. But this is tough. Let's go to the 4 hour and see what we can see better. Mm-mm-mm. Maybe the daily. Okay, so now with the daily, you see now we took out this high. We did not close above it. Wicks, so we dropped off, coming to take out this low right here. Okay. So we have now taken out this low. Now, what's going to happen? Kind of like how we took out this high, we're either going to close above it or we're just going to wick. With this low, we're either going to close beneath it or we're just going to wick. It looks like we got a nice candle closure, but we're still, dancing around this low. Okay. So maybe price wants to close back within the range and maybe we can get a push up. If we go to the 4 hour, you see that we're really just consolidating. Okay. At this low. Okay, so all this is really just consolidation. Okay, so this is a good thing because after price takes out low and starts consolidating, we are now accumulating. The question is, are we trying to accumulate to go higher or accumulate to redistribute to back lower? Okay, so this is what I'm watching. Depending on how we break out here, will give me a better direction. Okay, so that's DXY. Let me quickly go to gold now. Let me use a different chart for gold. Okay. All right, so for gold, let me actually I'll just use Forex. All right, so for gold, let's look at this on the monthly really quickly. Monthly time frame, we see last month closed very bullish. This current month, we see that we have taken out this swing high on the monthly. Okay. Let me make this a green color. We're now taking out this previous monthly high, and you see that we're now rejecting from it. Down to the weekly, this is that last previous monthly high. You see that last week closed bearish. So we took these highs, but look at where we closed all the way down here. Okay. So this could give a bearish indicator. But once again, I'm really waiting for DXY to give me better direction. Okay. And now on the daily, you see how look how these candles are closing. Okay. So the bulls are really losing their strength right now. Okay. So once again, we do have this range from this high to this low. You see that we're really just, in between this high and this low. Okay. We now have this low and this high. Okay. So you see that we've taken this range high and we have not closed above it. We are just wicking. Okay. Same thing with DXY. When we got over here, we took out this high, but look, wicks, wicks, wicks. Okay. So we have yet to get a nice strong candle to close above this. Okay. So once again, this is no really consolidation. It took a range high and now it's consolidating. DXY took a range low and now it's consolidating. Okay. So let's go down to the hour. And I do have Colossal Trade on here. So we're gonna see what he thinks on gold. But right now, all I really see is range. Okay. And when it comes to range trading, you really just want to sell high and buy low. But right now, this is really tough. It's really tough to tell what direction this wants to go in. Let's go to the 15-minute really quickly. And let's just mark out some range lows and range highs on the uh, on the 15-minute. Let me go ahead and put my midnight open. 7:37. Okay, midnight open. And now I have this range low on the 15-minute, and I have this range high on the 15-minute. Okay. So from range low, this low took out liquidity, and this is the low that pushed price up to take this high. Okay. And you'll see that on Friday we had a big drop off, okay, around 10:30 a.m. Okay. And now once again, we're really just in consolidation. Okay. So really, it's really nothing to do until we have some type of liquidity grab. Okay. So price could easily right now, like this is what I'm going to be watching when markets open. We have liquidity built up to the upside, equal highs. Okay. And now we also have kind of down here, more liquidity down here as well. Okay. And then we have these liquidity right here, and right here underneath these lows. Okay. So really nothing to do. I don't have any bias right now. I'm neutral. I'm just going to see what the market prints, and then I'm just going to react off of that. Okay. It's really hard for me to anticipate anything right now, especially since today is a Monday. Okay. So that's my analysis on gold. Um, and then really quickly, I'm going to touch upon Bitcoin. Okay. So I've been looking at Bitcoin over the weekend. In Discord, I called this low right here, and we saw from this low push price up to take this high. And guys, once again, the same thing we just saw in gold and DXY. Price took out a range high. Did we close above this high? No. Wicks, and we dropped off. Okay. This drops off makes sense because now if you do from low to high, look at this, guys, 50%. Every time 50%. Okay. So now with this 50%, I actually need to go TP. With this 50%, you see price created this low on Friday. We consolidated over the weekend. And then on Sunday, we came down, took our liquidity, created an order block, okay, or C4. And you see that price came back to hit this beautifully on the 15-minute, okay, and quick instant rejection. Okay. So I'm actually in some buys right now. I was able to sneak in and get some buys, and I actually got some buys right here in this 5 minute loot zone or fair value gap right there. Oh, price is trying to pull back. So this is my first TP1. I was asleep. So price is up here now. I am eventually aiming once again, for these highs up here. That would be my final TP. But we could definitely possibly see some type of retracement. Maybe price wants to come take liquidity of some sorts before keep going back up. But I'm already at break even on this trade, trying to treat this trade as a swing. Okay. So definitely looking for, definitely more bullish on Bitcoin. Okay. So that's my analysis. Yo, what's good, Liquid? What's good, Colossal? How y'all niggas feeling, man?
Yo, slight morning, man. Just woke up to these markets BSing.
As
We
always.
still have no clear direction, but um, like you said, patience is virtue.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
I didn't even mark up my charts last night because we didn't get any type of movements.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just waiting. We did open up kind of at the same place we closed last week. So
Yeah.
I would suspect that as a potential sign of a reversal incoming, but
Yep.
who knows until market opens.
Yep. 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 Casey, how you feeling, man?
I mean, it's holiday season, man. So
Hmm.
I mean, for everyone, it's kind of like holiday season. You gotta kind of think about it. Everyone's closing their books in terms of calculating their profits they made for the year, the losses they made for the year. So it's not really a time where the markets are really that liquid per se. You start having more shorter movements. So you can see that in gold. You can see that in Nasdaq. Markets aren't really extending. Not saying they can't, but like that's kind of expectations in December time when the markets just start acting funny, being a little more harder to actually expand. Um, just because, again, if you got to think about it, if you're ready to make money for the year, if you're a hedge fund manager, or even if you manage a group of people and they've made all their money for the year or lost their money, you're gonna be like, well, let's just calculate our profits and then go into next year with a clear mind. You're not gonna try to force the market's movements or force to make a lot of profits in the month of December.
Yep.
Not saying there's an opportunity, but just saying like you can understand why the markets are less expansive and become more short-winded in terms of their movement.
Hmm.
So just very briefly on Nasdaq, nothing crazy here. But one thing I've been watching these highs here. We already went lower, took out these lows. Last week I mentioned we should watch this area, the shaded area in orange, volume imbalance. We overcame that, so ideally we want to see us keep pushing higher to take out these highs. So I'm bullish on Nasdaq overall. Look on the daily chart. You can kind of see this previous fair value gap here. See how price traded in there, balanced it out with a down close candle and another up close candle. Price drives lower. Here's this last close candle here on December 1st. Uses that to expand higher into this fair value gap that was called last week. I think kind of fell short of it. So my eyes are still, how do we expand into this level? Because we just went to the high. We didn't even get into it. We just got very close and then pulled back. So ideally, I do want to see this push into this area. And if it overcomes that, these highs are the target. So I'm staying bullish on NASDAQ. 4 hour chart, again, very, very ugly price action. But yeah, we're still marching our way forward to the highs. You can only imagine there's a lot of liquidity resting around this area, which is let's call it 25,900 area. So there's a lot of liquidity resting there. I would expect the price to eventually like pop through there aggressively and honestly take out these highs. Um, 1 hour chart. Again, just very, you can see how price has been very strange. Just nothing really. Mondays like up, down, higher, lower, like a bunch of back and forth, higher, lower. It's really nothing smooth. but it's still marching its way higher. So that being said, I do expect price continue going higher. What I will be watching for though is a run on any liquidity lower. So if price runs lower, right, and then takes out, it'll be just this low. This orange level is still a weekly level. So I'm gonna watch if that wants to act as support. If it runs aggressively lower, takes out this low, and maybe runs to the bottom of this range. This shaded area just to mention is a weekly volume balance. So I'm gonna pay attention to the high, the midpoint, the low. I want to see if how price is going to interact at those levels if we even get there, right? And if we go even lower, I'll be watching this 1 hour fair value gap. I don't think it's necessary. I think this weekly orange shaded area kind of holds price, and ideally we just run lower, maybe find a little bounce somewhere here, or somewhere in the midpoint or the bottom of this weekly fair value gap or volume imbalance. You're going to 15-minute chart. There is like a little. There's a fair value gap right here. So I'm watching this level around 25, 640-ish. So if price can find its way lower first, taking out all of these lows to the left, and then show some type of reason to support price, I'll look to enter there and expect the price to expand higher into this daily fair value gap. Again, notice how I fell short of it last week. So when price does this, even if it pulls back, my eyes are still back up here. So essentially, I'm really watching, do we take out these lows here, find some support here, which this is around the midpoint of this weekly volume imbalance, and then make our way higher? Or do we expand even lower, taking out these lows, and then perhaps, touching the bottom of the range to go higher? But eyes, number one, are here around these lows. And this this is a 15-minute fair value gap. That's where my eyes really are. And I'll also be paying attention to just any SMT that takes place to make him want to go long before it actually hits this level. But ideally, 25, 640, that's kind of what I'm watching, see if price wants to hit that first and then go long, or if we just keep on find our way higher. So again, it's very, 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 call it naughty price action for December. So we'll see what happens here. But I'm not really too excited. I'm just keeping my head down, just any trade. If the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna execute, but I'm gonna reduce my expectations and be more keen on taking profits as it runs out liquidity pools, and as it gets to certain targets.
Solid.
Yeah, and for gold, bro, I have nothing to say about gold. I'm not interested.
Now, real quick, man, just break it down. See what you know.
I literally have zero interest. Like, I didn't even mark it up. That's how much of, like, literally zero interest in this market right now. Like,
that's kind of how I felt about
saw
Nasdaq.
this. I actually saw this play out, but if I didn't, it still didn't even hit these lows. But
Yeah.
I was watching this as I was in the gym this morning. I'm like, 5-minute little fair value gap after running out of liquidity. Ideally, it goes around out these lows, but you see what it's doing here. So,
Yeah.
but gold, dude. Let me go on the weekly chart. I'm just gonna delete everything. I haven't marked this up, bro. 'Cause I literally have zero interest in gold. Like, this market has been crap, in my opinion. Yeah, it's just back and forth. I mean, look at the weekly chart. This is a whole weekly chart. We're really in this range, honestly, from this high to this low. It's like a big old range, bro. There's nothing there. If I am to look at anything at all, we do have this little fair value gap here.
Yep. That is true, yeah.
I'm trying to draw this out. Be as quick as I can here. That's all I see. I see this level here. Daily chart. And make this visible. Daily chart, let's see. This is so freaking ugly, dude. Like,
Yeah, today's it's not very appealing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, look at this past couple days, like just back and forth, nothing in here. So like anything that presents itself, I'm very skeptical because like it's showing you that even when it wants to move, it's not really moving. Like
How it's supposed to. Yep.
yeah. So it's kind of like as much as like I can say it's gonna go lower here, or I see a movement that looks like it wants to go lower, it can just stop dry. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like very like, excuse my language, but right now F gold because there's nothing really exciting to see
Yeah.
here. I mean, on daily chart.
And then it is December, like you said, so a lot of people are protecting profits and not risking as much. So a lot of these
Exactly.
banks and stuff are also getting ready to clean house and balance books and all of that for the upcoming new year to Q1 and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I have zero like hey, this shit is so trash. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, look at this back end. Like, there's nothing here. Like, legit. Unless like, yeah, I literally have,
It's all bad, brother.
bro.
Mm.
Like
No.
this run lower looks obvious,
Yeah.
but like look at it's crazy, bro. Like maybe this creates a run though, because this should have run. Ideally, it should have run. This is a daily level below here, so maybe it hits that level. That's
Yeah.
what I can see happening. I do want to see it run lower from 5 minute basis.
There you
I
go.
mean, it's playing out right now. Kind of.
Oh,
But how is it gonna play out when market opens and manipulation kicks in?
That's a great question, but it's gone. This
oh
could have
yeah.
been a nice entry up here. This is what I was in the gym. I saw this entry. Just at least for a run here. At this point, I'm taking profits. That's it. Because with the
Yep.
back and forth of these markets, I don't know.
In and out.
Yeah, so I don't know, bro. Like I can see a world where they just drive this thing lower. Like it should just do that. But
I
yeah,
think everything. I think we need another catalyst, bro. I
Yeah.
definitely think we need another catalyst
Let me check this
you know,
first. Three.
because we did a lot of back and forth nonsense last week and the week before. We
mhm.
haven't really went anywhere since then, to be honest. If you take a look at the charts,
Yeah. We do got news Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
red folder.
Yeah, red folder. Tuesday we got ADP weekly employment change and JOLTS job openings. Wednesday we got federal funds rate FOMC is on Wednesday. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's what
call.
we need. That's why
Yeah,
ain't nothing gonna happen.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Then
federal funds rate's on Wednesday.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Solid.
Solid.
That's
Yeah.
why ain't
Then
nothing gonna happen.
Thursday we got unemployment claims. So yeah, just being patient, guys. It's Monday. It's a Monday.
Yeah, I don't feel like pressing no, but dude, like,
I might
yeah,
not press no buttons today, to be honest.
Oh
it,
shit.
I
unless I
might
see
just
it drop,
chill.
unless it drops aggressively lower to levels I mentioned. Like if Nasdaq just, oh shit, I pressed the wrong stuff. Yeah, and if Nasdaq drops those levels I mentioned, then yeah. But if not, I'm really cooling. Let me see euro. Is there anything on like forex that even makes sense? It's really been consolidation everywhere, dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The only thing that started moving again is Bitcoin.
Yep.
that's what I was gonna say.
UJ is looking nice. But DXY is paused. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm looking at these charts. It hurts my eyes.
Yeah, bro. I feel you, bro. Trust me, bro. I feel you, bro.
Only thing I really care about right now, honestly, like I will take a swing at is if Nasdaq
I tried to
does some.
stay up for London
Oh
and
heck no!
potentially trade Nasdaq, and ain't nothing happened, bro. I was mad. I actually stayed up because I'm actually very, very tired right now.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
It was not worth it.
How do I stop sharing my screen, dude? I don't see nothing here that I like. Oh,
You
boom.
know, today could there's nothing wrong with observing, so this could just be a day for observation, you know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
just tracking price, honing in on our
Yep.
price reading skills, you
Yep.
know.
Yep.
I agree.
Solid, guys. Solid, solid, solid. All right, so guys, we'll update you in the Discord as time goes. Once again, if you're not in the Discord, you gotta join, okay? Um, I believe in our YouTube page, if you go under our playlist, the boot camp, I believe in the description for that, there's a link to join the Discord for free, okay?
Hmm.
So we'll keep you guys updated and happy Monday, man.
Let's get it.